the fog changes everything. I run out here all the time and the fog just changes the whole landscape, makes certain features and rocks and formations just stand out a little bit differently. Of course, you can't see as far, but there's just a beauty about it that I really enjoy. Now today on this video, I am talking about the VJ Ultra 3. This is a pretty phenomenal shoe. I'll talk more about that, but take note, this is a shoe you need to check out. And I'm not just saying that because I have an affiliate link down in the pinned comment or the description below. It really is a good shoe. So I want to talk about that, maybe compare it to a few other also very good shoes. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing, give the video a like if you found this informative or inspiring, and consider joining the channel membership. Only $1 a month, and it just goes to help support the channel so I can inform and inspire you. Moving on with the review, I'm gonna continue on the trail here. I'm at about mile 8 of my 14 or 15 mile run this morning. I'm gonna get to the other side of a ridgeline that you can't see because of the fog while I make my way over there. Voiceover Chad, why don't you tell us about some of the specs and features of the VJ Ultra 3?
VJ states, the VJ Ultra 3 is the ultimate trail weapon, packed with the most cushion we've ever engineered. Comfort that doesn't slow you down. It's powered by a bouncier, softer Super Foamance midsole that absorbs impact and launches you forward with every stride. A full-length rock plate sits between the midsole and the outsole, blocking sharp rocks and sticks while adding rigid stability and cutting energy loss. With a wider toe box for more freedom and stability, your feet are primed for long, demanding miles. Ready to dominate? Let's go! As for some of those specs and features, you get a one-piece engineered woven upper with overlays and underlays, as I call them, for added durability and support, a fitlock system for additional arch security, which is on the medial side, a lay flat and gusseted thin tongue, full-length rock plate, Super Foamance nitrogen-infused supercritical midsole, a butyl rubber outsole with 4mm lugs, coming in with 37 millimeters of heel stack and 29 millimeters of toe stack for that 8mm drop, weighing in at 276 grams or 9.73 ounces in a men's US size 8.5, and a US MSRP of $190. Chad, back over to you on the trails.
Made it to the top of the ridge and continuing on the run. Although you probably don't want to see my face, let's show the trail a little bit more instead. I'm going to be talking about a few things, specifically the overall build or build quality, the performance, and the value. I also want to compare this shoe specifically to the La Sportiva Prodigio Pro. Another shoe that competes in the same price range of about 190 to 195 or sub 200 price point. I would also like to thank VJ for sending me this pair of shoes, but know that all thoughts and opinions are strictly my own. Also, I apologize. Hopefully the lens doesn't get too foggy on today's run. All the B-roll footage that you're going to see in this video was recorded after this run, so after about 25 miles, a couple runs. Enough with that, let's talk about the shoe, specifically the overall build quality and the comfort of the shoe. So build quality, I'm really pleased with what VJ has offered in the Ultra 3. The shoe materials are really nice. They're durable, they're lightweight. The whole package really came together quite nicely. I'm very pleased. Starting with that upper, you get a very breathable mesh upper. It is a single piece, and you get some really good TPU overlays that, starting around the toe box, they offer a little bit of protection and durability for your toes around that toe box area, and then those TPU overlays extend along both sides of the shoe right above the midsole. all the way around your heel, helping to provide a little bit more structure without adding a lot of weight. The other thing that I really like is that on the inside of the shoe, and it's hard to show you this, but on the inside of the shoe there are what I call underlays. They're like additional strips of fabric that are like glued or somehow adhered to the upper, but on the inside of the shoe, kind of like an overlay. So those underlays, they offer even more support around your foot. Then on the medial side, and I'll show you, you get this fit lock system here. So this helps hold your foot even more, just giving you a really good secure lock around that midfoot. And then you also get some TPU overlays around the eyelet chain and across the top of the tongue, just offering, again, some more durability, structure. The comfort of the upper is also just really, really nice. So the tongue is not padded at all. It is gusseted, although not gusseted. I can show you. It's gusseted right along the eyelet chain rather than having a gusset that wraps around the both sides of the foot here. And even though the tongue is not padded like at all, I don't feel the laces across the top of my foot at all either. The overall fit of the shoe is way more comfortable than I expected it to be. This is a shoe that I would absolutely and very contently, is that a word, contently, spend all day running in. It's that comfortable. Those laces are also textured, so they stay nice and tight. Moving around to the Achilles and the heel area, there's not a ton of padding back there, but the fabric is very soft. You'll notice that around the Achilles area of that heel, the shoe kind of dips down just a little bit, so there's absolutely no rubbing on the Achilles at all. It's really, really, really comfortable back there, actually. That midsole, it is their Super Foamance midsole, a nitrogen-infused supercritical foam that is soft, it's bouncy, it's lively, it is quite wonderful. It's a very comfortable midsole and one that I really enjoy no matter what my pace is or the type of run that I'm doing. Then of course you get that extremely tacky, sticky rubber outsole. That butyl rubber outsole is just amazing. It should last a fairly long time, even though it's among the grippiest out there. So overall build quality, I'm very pleased. I really like everything that's offered on this. I'm gonna give build quality a 9, maybe a 9.5 out of 10. Comfort, I really like the feel and the fit of the shoe. I went true to size, my typical 9.5. The length is perfect, and I really like that the toe box is more of a anatomical fit. Just gonna fit around your feet really, really well, really comfortably. It's just a very welcoming shoe to your foot. Yeah, so comfort, I'm gonna give a 9, possibly a 9.5 out of 10 as well. Only reason for a slight dock, I think the shoe could benefit from having a fully gusseted tongue where the gussets actually run all the way down along the side of your foot and maybe offer a little bit of dense padding in the tongue. Otherwise, honestly, it's really, really great and there's really no room to complain. All right, so I just hit, or I'm about to hit, mile 11. And I'll be making my way up to the top of this second ridge. So let's get to the top and see what the views look like. Okay, so now let's talk about the performance of the Ultra 3. Now, performance is another area where I've been surprisingly pleased. I had heard good things from other reviewers. Actually, having ran in the shoe a few times now, I'm really, really pleased. The shoe feels very lightweight. I find very accommodating. Not only accommodating for various foot types and shapes, but very accommodating in regards to the types of runs that you can do in this shoe. It performs well for those easy casual runs. The higher stack feels really good on the downhill when you need maybe just a little bit more soft cushioning, but that super critical midsole just really rewards when you start picking up the pace. I was out in this area earlier this week doing a run and claimed 6 different PRs on various segments. I had run out here a ton, but claiming 6 different personal records on those segments really kind of solidifies how good this shoe really is. Now, I mentioned that this is a higher stack shoe, 37 millimeters of heel stack. That does, I believe, include the outsole rubber lugs, the 4mm lug depth. But I really appreciate that I don't feel top heavy in the shoe. I don't feel unstable, even on technical bits kind of like this. Future chat here, I wanted to also mention a little bit about the ground feel. Even though the shoe is a higher stack shoe, has that higher stack midsole, I don't feel disconnected from the ground, from what's going on underneath my foot. Okay, back over to you, Chad. I don't feel like I'm going to roll my ankle. And then lastly, that butyl rubber outsole is amazingly grippy. 4mm lugs and just a tacky rubber. Even in wet, slightly muddy conditions like today, I have full confidence in the grip. I can step on just about anything with full confidence, not worrying about whether I'm gonna slip around or lose my grip or traction. VJ claims the best grip on the planet, and I don't think they're wrong. It is more grippy than any other outsole I've ever had or tested. Let me just show you an example here. Running down this rock, and again, my shoes are coated in a little bit of mud, but I'm running down these rocks, this slick rock here, feeling amazing grip in the shoe. You can actually feel the grip. It's amazing. I would use this shoe for just about anything, honestly. I would use this for a 50K, a 50 miler, 100K, even a 100+ mile race. I would use this for my casual runs, my daily trail miles. So performance, I'm gonna give it a 9 or 9.5 out of 10 as well. All right, just hit mile 12. Continuing on, I just came down off the ridge line, which you can't really see very well because it's very foggy still. And making my way, just cruising this downhill here. Really having a great time. Maybe attributed partially to the shoe and a positive attitude. Okay, moving on with the value, but I do want to talk briefly about comparing this to the La Sportiva Prodigio Pro. That shoe comes in at $195. The Ultra 3, the one that I'm running in today, coming in at $190 US MSRP. So very close, very comparable in price. Both shoes are amazing. I really enjoyed the Prodigio Pro, but I can't help but think, which of the two shoes would I rather run in? Would I rather have the Prodigio Pro or the Ultra 3s? They both have a super critical midsole, both feel amazing underfoot, both are made of really good materials and are well thought out. I do think, however, that the Prodigio Pro is technically the better shoe. It just has a little bit higher quality materials on the upper, a little bit more thought out, and even more slightly super critical midsole. I think it's the higher performing shoe, but only by like a marginal difference. I would choose the Prodigio Pro for those high alpine, extremely technical, loose rock type of runs. I think that's where the shoe is gonna do just a little bit better, gonna differentiate itself just a little bit more compared to the Ultra 3. The Ultra 3, however, absolutely has the more accommodating and comfortable, overall comfortable upper. It's gonna work better for more foot types and shapes, and the underfoot feel, that supercritical foam, is still extremely good, extremely rewarding and fun to run in. So for most of my trail runs between those two shoes, I would choose the Ultra 3. So then that gets into the value of the Ultra 3. $190 US MSRP is still a lot of money to pay for a shoe, but you are getting a premium build, premium materials, a premium experience. There are some really good $150 shoes. I'm looking at you, Topo, Mountain Racer 3, Mountain Racer 4 coming out soon. There are some really good $170, $175 shoes. I'm looking at you, Arc'teryx Norvin LD4. But moving up into that 190, sub 200 price point, you're getting even more premium materials and supercritical foams. And that just makes the shoe feel so much more fun to run in. I love the underfoot feel. It's bouncy, it's soft, it's rewarding. And so for that, I think it's worth paying the extra money to get that much better premium of a shoe if you can afford it. And it's definitely one that I would recommend you at least check out. And if I didn't have so many other shoes to run in, you know, to review for the channel, of course, I would absolutely continue to run in this shoe. So value, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. If you could get this shoe for about $175, I think that would be a much better value. And VJ does offer sales occasionally, so definitely check out my affiliate link, see if you can get a little bit of a discount, and definitely check this shoe out. All right, let's get back to the car and wrap this video up. All right, beautiful morning for a run. Enjoy. Woo, what a run. Let's see, how did I do today? 14.05 miles and almost 2,300 feet of elevation gain. I will take it. That's a pretty good run in my book. And yeah, just really enjoying myself out on the trails, of course, with the fog, beautiful landscape, the birds, the deer, the wildlife. It's been quite fun. And of course, I enjoyed it in the VJ Ultra 3, a shoe that is comfortable underfoot, but dynamic and performs really well. Just kind of has that bounce that I really enjoy. An upper that is very accommodating and comfortable, and that outsole rubber is just super grippy. The best grip on the planet, as VJ claimed. So let's leave off as we always do. I appreciate you for being here. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile, as I did today in the VJ Ultra 3. I will see you on the next video. Lots of videos coming your way. See you on the next one. Bye now.